Do you know that the worth of your school is the combined worth of your teachers? Do you know that the value of your school is the combined value that your parents have placed on your teachers? Are you having problems with making your teachers cooperate with you and be productive as you would want to be? What you need is our training. We have trained over 10,000 teachers in the last few years, and the results have been tremendous. We have two packages. We have the leadership attitude, skills, and ethics, which is LACE for teachers, and we also have TRACE, teachers reorientation for action, capacity, and excellence. So which of them do you want? Call us and let us train your teachers. The results will amaze you. We will help them see the reasons why cooperating with you leads to their own growth, and at the end of the day, it leads to the growth of the school. So it's important. Let us train your teachers. We can come to your school, train them in your school. We can also organize that training for you online. Do you know that the worth of your school is the combined worth of your teachers? Do you know that the value of your school is the combined value that your parents have placed on your teachers? Are you having problems with making your teachers cooperate with you and be productive as you would want to be? What you need is our training. We have trained over 10,000 teachers in the last few years, and the results have been tremendous. We have two packages. We have the leadership attitude, skills, and ethics, which is LACE for teachers, and we also have TRACE, teachers reorientation for action, capacity, and excellence. So which of them do you want? Call us and let us train your teachers. The results will amaze you. We will help them see the reasons why cooperating with you leads to their own growth, and at the end of the day, it leads to the growth of the school. So it's important. Let us train your teachers. We can come to your school, train them in your school. We can also organize that training for you online. Hello, school owner. You need a social media and web assistant, someone who will design flyers, beautiful flyers, twice every week, manage your website, and make sure that the beautiful things that happen in your school on daily basis well presented to an online audience, both your parents and even prospective parents who are not in your school. Every day in the life of a school is an event, is a story that can be packaged and told to the world. Unfortunately, many of us pay hundreds of thousands of naira, sometimes millions, as salaries. But we don't have anybody managing our image online. You will design 2 flyers per week, post those articles on your social media handles, also post them on your website, and follow up on your pages, comments, and all of that. Before you know it, you begin to get calls. Don't limit yourself to your physical environment. There are many people out there looking for your kind of school, but they are not seeing it because they are Googling it online, they are going on social media, they are not seeing you. So you need a social media assistant and a web assistant.
All right, let me go very quickly into the class. We are not going to waste time. Now, in the introduction to this class, we wrote a very beautiful piece. I'd like to encourage you to always go through our introduction in the build-up to the class. So in case you are here and you are a school owner, this course is also for you. The questions, let me ask you a question. Did you attend any course or training on how to start and run a school before you started your school? Now, this is on the platform for everyone to see, and you must have been saying it. If your answer to my question is no, that might be the reason your growth curve was long. If you are just planning to start a school, then don't rush into it without this course. Now, in this course, we will be sharing 10 strategies that could mean the difference between success and failure. You will realize it's much simpler than many stakeholders are experiencing right now. Now, many of the challenges shared on our platforms, will not be your problem. So this is it, because you would have learned to start the right way and avert so many potholes. And if you already have a school, this is for you too. You will be enlightened to see the things you are doing wrongly and how to correct them. So in case you are here and you already have a school, you have started your school, but you did not attend a course on how to start a school before you started your school, then this course is also for you. Let us dig right in, because we're going to be sharing about 10 beautiful strategies in this free session before we go into the paid session. In any case, if you want to register for this course, up till the end of this free class, the paid session is 10,000 naira. If you make your payment before the end, it remains like that. But if you delay, then the class will be 15,000 when you will register. But don't worry, be relaxed. For this free session, it's going to be a maximum utility of your time. So let me share my screen and then so you see how that is. Now, look at it. How to start a school or new annex. Let me share my screen so you see my slides. All right. Okay. Now, the class we're going to be having today is divided into two segments, the free class and the paid class. The free class and the paid class. The free class is not that, even if you will not, if you don't register for the paid one, I tell you the free class will also go a long way. But you see, to start something very good, to start a school, to start a new school, you should not go into it without good knowledge, without a good backing, without a good training. I'm trying to share my screen so that you will see the class very quickly. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, so let us go. Number one thing that you need to know when you are starting a new school is this. Look at it. I'm going to show you 10 points The first point is when you want to start the new school or annex, where the question is, when do you want to start? Many people have told us that, okay, it is first time is the best, second term is the best, third term is the best. When is really the best? When is the best time to start? Look at it. You are seeing my screen right there. When do you want to start the new school or new annex? Now, another question is, where do you live? Because school business, unlike every other kind of business, school business needs you. Except you are starting as a very big a business, you have so much big capital. When you want to start a school like an entrepreneur, believe me, it needs you. So it matters, number one, when do you want to start? It then also matters, where do you live? Because you're going to be, if where you live is difficult to access where you want to start the school, I tell you, you're going to have a few issues in the beginning, because you will need your you need people to start with, but the school to start with needs you. So the first question I'm asking over there is, where, number one, when do you want to start? So let us answer the question. When is the best time to start a school? All right. So when is the best time to start? Is it first term? Is it second term? Is it third term? Do you know that first term is not the best time to start a school? When you start a school first term, you just open the school. You are new. Everyone has already registered their children or their children into schools over the holiday and all of that. Then you just open, bam, first term. It will take you another one session to get children into the school, I tell you. And then second term also, is it the right school? Being the beginning of the year, right? Well, maybe you want to try and start by second term. But I tell you, the best time to start the school is not even, and you may say that's Mr. Denish's opinion, but this opinion is born out of years of experience. The best time to start school is not even you open the school third term and you begin. I think that the best time to start is in the build up to third term. I tell you, now is the best time to start. You know that third term will start. It's good to have spent one full term. It's good. Some people will say you should start in the holiday of third term. That is that long vacation. No, that's not the best time to start. Many people think that, well, let me start with holiday lessons. So in the holiday lessons, they will see my worth. It is not enough. Parents will not trust you with children by first term simply because you took them through holiday coaching. That holiday lessons, many times, many parents think if they send their children to you by holiday lessons and you do well, you are just trying to entice them. The best time to start is now, when you are preparing for third term. You understand? The best time to start is to spend a full term before first term. So if I were you, I will go and get the property right now. I'll just do see, even if you have not fully equipped it, the best time to start is to start by in the middle of in the holiday of this second term. Open the school such that the school starts operation third term. Don't worry, that third term you may not get more children, you may not get enough enrollment, but you will have registered your presence in a full academic term. You understand? So well, I'm not saying that you cannot start the holiday in the long vacation, and I'm not saying you cannot start in the beginning of the year, which is January. I'm saying that the best time, it may not be the only time, but it's the best time to start. The best time to start the school is in the holiday of second term, such that by the time you open third term, you will spend, I've given my reasons. My reasons are that if you start the school in the long vacation, thinking that when I will teach the children, they will come for holiday lessons. Parents now know better. If they know that when they bring their children to you in the holiday lessons, in the holidays, in the summer classes, you will try to convince them. You will put in your best. You put your best feet forward and try to convince them. So, and they now know better. So many of them will say, well, they are just trying to bamboozle us. Let us see exactly. So it's better to start in a full academic term, which is not first term, of course, but which is what? Third term. So the best time to start the school, according to this class, according to the school owners forum, is what? The holiday of second term in the build up to third term. So let me continue in my slides. That is it. The next question is, where do you live? I have it here that if you want to register for the full course, kindly take that account number right now and make your payment. After this class, the class will be 15,000. The full course will be 15,000 after this class. I tell you, in addition to this course, you're going to have 21 hours, a bump up bonus of school growth lectures that people who are running school now didn't have the opportunity to have, which is the reason why their learning curve was long. So let me go back to my slides. I don't know if you are seeing my slide. This is my slides again. So I'm going to the next question. Where do you live? Where do you live? See, let me tell you something. If you are living on the mainland and you want to start a school on the island, because the school is starting afresh, it needs your energy. It needs your presence. Maybe not I'm not saying you're going to micromanage. You're not going to start with people. You will, but it's good to understand. And even if you will not relocate to where you want to start the school, make sure you have it well covered. You have it taken care of. Where do you live? I would suggest that you start the school where you live. See, start that school in an area where you understand the terrain. You understand? An area or where you understand the terrain, an area where people know you, an area where you have clout, an area where you have connections. Start the school in an area where an area where even closing your eyes, you know all the terrain, because you're going to need to connect with people. See, don't hear that. Some people say, I hear that there are so many children in Lekki, let me go to Lekki. I tell you, you better relocate to Lekki like a year before you start the school so that you can learn the terrain of Lekki. I hear that there are so many children, so many parents are packing to Idiroko. They are moving to Alimo. So let me go and start the school there. I understand you. Part of your feasibility study is to understand the terrain of where to. Let me ask you a question. Let me tell you something. There is no place that is not good to start a school. And I'm not only talking to those who want to start a school, I'm talking also to those who want to start a new annex. There is no place that is not good. There is no place that you will not make your profit or returns on investment if you understand the terrain. I see a lot of people start schools these days, they just hear and they just go. They don't know the environment. When someone it's just like politicians who want to win election. You go from the grassroots. Any place is good. You are going to get return to your investment, but you must know the people. These days, schools are like churches. The school owners are like pastors. Your parents are like members. They want to connect. You need that personal bond and that personal connection. So where do you want to start the school? And when do you want to start school? And where do you live? All right. So let me go again to the next point in my class. The next point is, secondly, the caliber of school you will start is a function of the size of your budget. This is interesting. The caliber of school you will start is a function. This is a check up the strength. Look at the slide. It's all free for this 1 hour. We're going to be getting deep in the second session. So if you have questions, just jot them down. Welcome everyone to class again. This is the School Owners Forum, Nigeria's largest training network of school owners, of teachers, of education stakeholders generally. If you are here right now and you have not told us what the school you are representing, or tell us the school you are representing, the organization you represent, and the state you are watching us from, the city you are following us from, let us know so that we know we have company in the house. All right, so let me continue the class very quickly. The caliber of school you will start or annex you will run is a function of the size of your budget. Question: what is your budget? So what is the right budget for starting the school? Some people get it wrong. They say until you have millions. Yeah, of course you should have millions. But again, if you don't have a big budget, it then means that you need to scale down on the caliber of school that you want to run. The caliber of school you will have, the caliber of parents you're going to have in your school, it's a function of the size of the budget that you started with. So what is your budget? What is the right? So the question is, what is the right budget for starting the school or annex? Is it some people say you must have 1 million naira, 5 million naira, 10 million naira. Of course, in Nigeria naira, now you can convert that using the current exchange rate to your own currency. So what is the right budget? Now, I was talking to somebody a few days ago. I tell you, you know what? You need to calculate the cost. Your budget depends on something else. Are you starting with your own structure? Are you building a structure, or you are renting? That's another question to ask. So, well, I'm going to go to that very shortly. But let me go back to this. Just look at it. Let's say a few things. The size of your budget will determine the caliber of school you want to run. Let me tell you something. These days, when parents enroll children in schools, they determine the school not based on the quality of education that is dished out in the school, but also based on the caliber of parents that are in your school. Question: what caliber of parents do you want to serve? Some people start their school, they want to serve captains of industries. They want to serve CEOs of multinationals. They want to serve children, parents who are clergy, general overseers, people who have the money. When it comes to big, they want to run an elite school. But some people say, well, I want to serve low-income earners. I want to serve middle-income earners. It doesn't matter which one. What matters is the size of your budget. See, determine for yourself that with this budget, this is the caliber of people that I want. Then find out what this caliber of people want. Find out the kind of schools that their children presently attend. Go to those schools and see what is going on there. Excuse me, the era of trying to start a school to make ends meet should end. Enough of trying to start a school just because you want to make ends meet, just because you didn't get a job. Excuse me. Those who look for jobs, they don't get it. Sorry, those who look for money, those who start a business because they need money, they don't eventually. Don't start a business because you need money. You actually need money to start a business. There's something we call business bondage. May it not be your portion. A situation where you start a school and then you lose your freedom, you lose your peace of mind, you lose your happiness because the school will use you 24%. Parents will still not appreciate it because you didn't have enough budget. You didn't have a good budget to start. So let me tell you something. You need to determine the caliber of parents you want to serve. The caliber of parents you want to serve will determine the amount of budget you should start with. Now, the question I now asked the other time is, what is the right budget? So you want to ask Mr. Denji, what is the right budget? That question will be answered in the second segment. We cannot dish out everything in 1 hour. The class is a 4-hour class. You are going to determine what format, whether you want the video format or you want another kind of format. Just make payment to that account number showing on your slides, or just copy it, and you're going to have access to the second class. So we're going to be answering that question: what is the right budget? I hope you are enjoying the class so far. If you are enjoying the class, let us move very quickly and talk about a few other offers we have. We're going to look at a few offers we have, and then when we come back, there are still 8 powerful points in this class which I want you to see. How to start a profitable school or annex, a school that you will start and begin to get returns on investment immediately without stress or struggle. We'll be right back.
Everyone knows that on SOF we have 3 textbooks, and these are the books written by David Adeniji, convener of the School Owners Forum. Talking about the 4-legged school growth strategy. That is the best book when it comes to school growth. Talking about thrive, how to thrive with your school business in this new era, especially after the pandemic. A whole new era came to school business and you need to learn it. Thrive is a book to read. And then talking about the indispensable teacher, no, there is no other book that helps you manage teachers more than that. Even teachers actually are the ones who need this book too. So you need the book as a school owner. The teachers also need the book. Just order these 3 copies. There's a combo package that is very cheap. That is the price there. You will see it, and then we're going to ship the books to you. The 4-legged school growth strategy, the indispensable teacher, and Thrive. Get those books today. Many of us use school management software that limit us in one way or the other, because they have not been upgraded to meet present global trends. Now you need to switch to Thinkalai. Thinkalai is Nigeria's largest school management software. Switch to Thinkalai. It won't take you more than hours. We will do the switch for you. So it manages all your operations, admissions, exams, timetables, e-learning, online classes. Just name it. Bulk SMS. Everything is in it. Online exams, CBT. So switch to Thinkalai school management software today. So you can go to thinkalai.net. That is thinkalai.net. Go there and check the features.
All right, so let us move on in the class as we continue. Now, point number 3 that I was trying to make is that, look at this point. Now, what innovation are you starting with? I tell you, you cannot start a school without innovation. Now, the reason why you must start with an innovation is that there are already so many schools. So what is the statement you are coming into the business to make? What is the statement you are coming into the market to make? Are you just starting school because everybody is starting school? It's very easy. So the question is, let me show you, as it is on my slide, what is the innovation you are starting the school with? Now, when we talk about innovation, innovation is creating and developing solutions to existing realities or challenges before they show up. Have you found out what the problems that people have when they start school? Have you found that? Have you found out the problems that people have when they start schools? Have you found out whether they get money in the first term, in the second term, in these sessions and all of that? You can't just go into a market that you know nothing about. See, there are challenges in this business. There are problems. Have you interviewed any school owner? Do you have any mentor? Do you have an older school owner and more experienced who should put you through in the issues that schools usually and normally have when they operate? And so your response to those challenges is the innovation you are going to start the school with. You understand? So at the paid session, we will teach you the right innovations for the session if you want to start the school strong, or if you want to start the Annex strong. And even if you will not register for the paid session, think about it. Go around schools, ask yourself, what is the new thing I'm going to bring into the school? Should I give you an example? No, I will not give you an example in this free session. But understand that don't just go into the school, starting the school just like every other person. Somebody says, for what? Okay. All right. All right, so we're going to continue in this class. The next point we want to make is this: should you rent a building to start the school, or should you patiently build your own school before starting? Now, if you had the four-legged school growth strategy, which are our signature books on this platform, you would have understood that some of these points have been well treated there. So part of the things we're going to show you in the paid session is how do you know whether you should rent a building to start, or some people say never start your school on a rented apartment. That's not true. Several schools have started on rented apartments and they have operated one or two sessions, and before you know it, they are on their own properties right now. Don't let anything kill your dream. If you have a vision and you are strong with it, if it will take you years to start building, you can go and rent an apartment. But the problem is you should not go to rent an apartment without consultation, see, the kind of apartments, the kind of rented properties that will work well for your school and that will not kill you budget-wise is something you need to learn about. I'll give you an example. If you want to start a school and you are telling yourself maybe you want your school fee to be 100,000, there's something I want you to know. Parents usually underrate schools that are on rented apartment, except they don't know. It's possible they don't know. That's why you don't just go get 1 2-bedroom flat in the middle of somewhere and then you start. If you're going to see school business is image business. The image you create for yourself in the beginning of the school will last almost forever on the school. It will take you efforts to change. You understand? The image you create for yourself in the beginning of the business will go a very, very long way. Do you understand? So it's important you ask yourself that question. Should I rent a building to start, or should I patiently build my school before starting? There are some areas that you will go. It is not advisable to start a school in such an area with a rented property. Somebody is asking how much is the book going for. The books are good. Our combo package is 20,000. The four-legged school growth strategy, the indispensable teacher, and thrive. We have 3 books. 3 books that you must not start a school without having those books. I tell you, we can boast about it on this platform that there is no material in the industry like these materials. The combo price is just 20,000 for 3 books, about 1,000 pages of text. There are 3 books, just 20,000. But then if you cannot afford the books, you can enroll for this course, which is the course is just 10,000. The course on how to start a school. The books will teach you more than that. The books will teach you so much more. But just how to start a school, 10,000. And you're going to be home and dry. Let us continue. Don't worry. This class is free. It is the introductory part of the paid class, and then we will take you through step by step. Point number 4 or 5. Now, your success is not a function of whether you own the building or not. It is a function of your location and how you utilize your initial startup budget. I'll give you an example. If your initial startup budget is 2 million naira and you rent a property, total package is 900,000. Remember that you are going to furnish the school. So eventually you will not be able to afford furnishings that will okay, I wasn't showing you my slide. Okay, let me show you the slide again. I was saying something that if your initial startup budget is 3 million naira and then you rent a building for 900,000, then you get furnitures for maybe another 900,000. You have 1 million naira left to play around with initial staff salaries and all of that. I tell you, there is no budget that is too small or too big. Don't begin to think about 100,000, of course. Don't begin to think about those kind of amount of money. I tell you, if you want peace of mind, get enough budget, at least a budget that will help you put put together, maybe rent a good apartment, paint it, furnish it, and put enough facilities that will entice. See, let me tell you something. Facilities that will entice the caliber of parents you're looking for. If the caliber of parents you are looking for, their children already attend school of 500,000 naira per term, of course, you should know that when they come to your school, they will be looking for facilities and personnel that is commensurate with that kind of school fees. Let me give you a secret. If you want to start a school as a school owner, and you don't have a very good car, and parents get to know that you don't have a car, and they are coming to school, driving to school with their big jeeps, you've already undervalued yourself, because they will not value you. See, don't look to parents as if you are desperately in need of their money. That is why you should organize your budget well. It's important. So let me share you my slide to show you what I was trying to talk about here. All right. So here's what I'm trying to talk about. I'm saying that the location is what matters necessarily is how you utilize your budget. Did you get that? I'm trying to show you my screen so that you follow me as I am going in the class. So this is what I'm trying to say there. See my screen? All right. Okay. All right. So look at it. Yep, I'm scrolling to the point where I am. All right. So I'm saying that, look at it here. Your success is not a function of whether you own the building or not. It's a function of your location and how you utilize your initial budget. Now, if you are renting, look for a densely populated area and a property that is easily visible on the main road so that you will do less marketing. There's something about business. Why do you think, let me ask you a question. Please look at me now. Let me ask you a question. Why do you think banks don't go to corner to start their bank? They look for the commercial hub of the area. I'm not saying you go and locate your school in the market. I'm saying that if you want to locate a school that you are starting on a rented apartment, let the rented apartment be on the main road or somewhere easily accessible. Don't go and rent an apartment because of price. Now, because you have a small budget, you now went inside the, off the main road, so that when parents are driving, usually in the residential areas, parents who have built their houses, landlords, they drive the main roads, then they enter into their own CDAs. When parents are driving in and out, let them be able to see your school there. I tell you, school business is a calculated business, and you will make your returns, especially when you do it with an expert. And that's why I'm going to advise you not to go into your school without an expert advice, even if it means putting across a trust or enrolling for our mentoring class. We have a mentoring class. We're going to mentor you. We will guide you. Mr. Deniji, where should the school be? Mr. Deniji, is this school okay? A token amount of money will help you. That don't just go and start a school that will put you into bondage. Somebody is saying, having interested in trainings like this, I started my first school on a rented apartment. There were no pressure whatsoever. Investment in knowledge and capacity development is key. You are making very solid points. Thank you very much for that. For that comment. So you see that what we are saying is real. You don't just go and start and then waste all your time. This, again, is the School Owners Forum, Nigeria's largest training network of school owners, of teachers, of education stakeholders generally. And this class that we are having presently is titled How to Start a New School or Annex. How to start a new school or Annex. This is a free class. We are going after this class. People have already registered. People are registering for the paid class. After this class, we go very, very quickly to the paid class. So let me quickly go and let's go for a short break, and then when we please take note of these things I'm showing you, of these things we are advertising. They are really very, very important. We have 6 more wonderful points to go. You don't want to miss the class at all. We'll be right back.
Everyone knows that on SOF we have 3 textbooks, and these are the books written by David Adeniji, convener of the School Owners Forum, talking about the 4-legged school growth strategy. That is the best book when it comes to school growth. Talking about thrive, how to thrive with your school business in this new era, especially after the pandemic. A whole new era came to school business and you need to learn it. Thrive is a book to read. And then talking about the indispensable teacher. No, there is no other book that helps you manage teachers more than that. Even teachers actually are the ones who need this too. So you need the book as a school owner. The teachers also need the book. Just order these 3 copies. There's a combo package that is very cheap. That is the price there. You will see it, and then we're going to ship the books to you. The 4-legged school growth strategy, the indispensable teacher, and thrive. Get those books today. Many of us use school management software that limit us in one way or the other, because they have not been upgraded to meet present global trends. Now you need to switch to Thinkalai. Thinkalai is Nigeria's largest school management software. Switch to Thinkalai. It won't take you more than hours. We will do the switch for you. So it manages all your operations, admissions, exams, timetables, e-learning, online classes. Just name it. Bulk SMS. Everything is in it. Online exams, CBT. So switch to Thinkalai school management software today. So you can go to thinkalai.net. That is thinkalai.net. Go there and check the features.
You're welcome back. This is the School Owners Forum, Nigeria's largest training network of school owners, admins, teachers, education stakeholders generally. And this class is titled How to Start a New School or Annex. I've made a few points, and I'm going to continue those points right now. So here was where I stopped. I was talking about the fact that you need to find the right location. If you are renting a school, an apartment, don't go and rent an apartment in a place that is not visible. You understand? Make sure you rent your apartment for starting the school in an open area, an area where people will not need to stress themselves to locate the school, so that you will not need too much marketing. Let me tell you something. If you want your school to get so many children, you want a good population in a very short time, don't start a school where you will need too much marketing. See, that is why some people go and locate their school in the market, so that as people are walking around, they see the school. Of course, market is not the best place, but at least on the road, I mean, beside a major road, you understand, by a particular estate junction, a place where people will not need to stress themselves or look for you too long to locate your school. So that's the point I was trying to make, and I'm also going to continue that point right now. Now, this was where I stopped. Look at it. This was where I stopped in the last class. Let me show you. So you are seeing my screen. That was where I stopped. I'm going to continue from where I stopped, and here is the next point. The point I'm trying just to drive home that point, I'm saying that poor quality schools get frequent enrollment as long as they are in the open. Don't put your school in a hidden place, especially when you are starting on a rented apartment. You will pay rent. You will pay this rent and every year. You understand? So you need to put the school in an area where people will naturally be attracted to it. You understand? Where people will ordinarily be attracted to it. Did you get that point? You want me to explain more? Don't worry. Register for the full course. Just make your payment. Your payment books you a spot in the class. The class is getting filled. We need only 50 people in the class. It's almost filled. The moment you enroll, then we continue in the next class. Let me go to the next point. But before I go to the next point, there's something I'd like to show you. Right now, schools are on holiday. Oh, this is the right time to train your teachers. Have you trained your teachers lately? Has the School Owners Forum visited your school to train your teachers lately? Recently, there is a training called leadership, attitude, skills, and ethics. I'm going to show you that training. There's a training called leadership. That's it. Leadership, attitude, skills, and ethics training for teachers. We are going to take this training to your school and train. Okay, somebody said, let us have an excerpt. Let me show you an excerpt of this particular training called leadership, attitude, skills, and ethics. You are going to really love it. Look at the excerpt of this training, where what we do with this training is that we help your teachers to see the reason why partnering with you to grow your school will not only better their school, but it will also better them as individuals in their career. Look at this.
So that is what I'm saying. So yesterday you may not have been a teacher. Tomorrow you may not have been a teacher. But now you are a teacher. So who are you? When people ask me, who are you? I answer, say, well, who you are is not what you are doing now. Who you are is what you are going to be if you make the best use of what you are doing now. If you are finding it difficult to give your all, to put in your best in what you are doing, thinking, well, this is not my major field, I'm just passing here, this is not where I'm, well, it's just for a while, you are wasting time. If you have spent 1 year or 2 years or maybe even 6 months in that place of work, that school, you have not given your all, you have not given your best for one reason or the other, maybe because you think you are not being paid well, but because you think, well, this is not where I'm supposed to be, or because you think, well, I'm going to soon get something better. See, you are wasting your time. Remember that if you give your all, if you give your best in what you are doing, you are not doing the school a favor. You are the first beneficiary of a better you. So it is not the school that that you are doing a favor primarily. It's secondly, it is you. You see, this joy, this fulfillment that comes with giving your best in anything you are doing is what you deserve it. You deserve to have that fulfillment, that joy that, yes, while I was there, I gave my all.
You're welcome back. Did you enjoy that short excerpt from our training for teachers? On the 29th of April, we are moving to Laurel, Unique Laurel International School, Lagos. We are going with the whole of SOF, the whole SOF team, and we're going to be having their training. We can come to your school. Whether your school is in Lagos or not, we can come to your school. But we also have an online version of the training. See, if you have not been trained by SOF, then your teachers are missing. I tell you, we have trained over 10,000 teachers in the last 3 years. Of course, SOF is going to be 4. It's going to be 4 by December this year, 2021. So, and we have trained in 4 years, just 4 years, we have trained over 10,000 teachers. Your school is the next. Your school is the next. And somebody is telling me, what are the components of that training for teachers? You know, before I conclude this class that we have been having, which is how to start a new school or Annex, I want to show you something. Let me show you the components of that course for teachers. So let me show what it's going to do, what it is going to do for your teachers. Should I show you? Let me show you. All right, take a look at it.
Do you know that the worth of your school is the combined worth of your teachers? Do you know that the value of your school is the combined value that your parents have placed on your teachers? Are you having problems with making your teachers cooperate with you and be productive as you would want to be? What you need is our training. We have trained over 10,000 teachers in the last few years, and the results have been tremendous. We have 2 packages. We have the leadership, attitude, skills, and ethics, which is LACE for teachers, and we also have TRACE, teachers reorientation for action, capacity, and excellence. So which of them do you want? Call us and let us train your teachers. The results will amaze you. We will help them see the reasons why cooperating with you leads to their own growth, and at the end of the day, it leads to the growth of the school. So it's important. Let us train your teachers. We can come to your school, train them in your school. We can also organize that training for you online.
All right, you're welcome. I know you are enjoying it because I'm enjoying it also. I'm enjoying the fact that more schools are calling us for LACE to train their teachers, and the results have been. Somebody is telling me here. He said, "I remember that year that you visited us in our school. I can't thank you enough. Thank you for having us then. Thank you for even planning to have us again because we are all out for another train. All right, let us conclude our class on how to start a school or our free class. All right. In conclusion, I'm going to show you where I started and where I stopped. This is where I stopped. I said that poor quality schools. See, even when a school has poor quality, are you surprised that some teachers who left your school, they went to start their school on a rented apartment, and now they now have more children than you? You know why? Your own school is very huge and big. So you are on your rented apartment. Sorry, you are on your permanent site, but you are not visible. Meanwhile, a school that just rented a small apartment makes it very excellent, but in the open, they have much. They are getting more enrollment. The secret to getting enrollment these days is to be in the open. So even if you have a big school somewhere, maybe you should create an annex that will be in the open so that people will be attracted. Usually when parents drive, this see that major home is an advert, it's like a billboard, a long billboard. So don't let them look and look and look for a school before they see it. So the next point, the bigger the budget, the less the stress, and the higher the school fees you can charge, and hence, the higher your profit on investment. But kindly stay on what you are convenient with. Don't join anyone to run the rat race. You understand? Let me share the screen again. Don't join anyone to run the rat race. Start your school with whatever budget, of course, whatever reasonable budget you have. But if you don't want to start a school with low school fees, why not wait or look for the budget? We are going to show you in the next class, in the paid class, how to source a good budget. Where should you go for loan? Should you? Let me tell you something. Presently, SOF just started a contribution scheme, a cooperative and savings thrift scheme that helps members to get a good budget to start or to invest on their school or to start a new school. You can join our contribution scheme. You can see, I like to tell people to avoid loans that will kill you. And I'm going to tell you something about getting a loan. There's a secret I'm going to share you in case you are planning to get a loan. Look at that secret here. Let me show you that secret in case you are thinking of getting a loan and all of course, loans are wonderful if they will solve your problem. Don't go and take a loan that will cut your neck. Excuse me. Let me show you my screen. I love this because there are things we have thought through over. Look at this. Should I take a loan or should I take a loan to start the school or annex? Now, look at the answer to that question. Loan, well, there's something cut off. Loans, if you must take loan, don't take a loan that will pressure you to pay back in 1 year. School business may not bring returns in just 1 year. Of course, you don't expect to invest today and begin to reap tomorrow. At the most, well, in the first year, you'll be able to break even. Perhaps you'll be able to, you may not even break even. It depends on the amount of loan. So don't take loans from the, especially when you take loan from cooperative, from microfinance banks or some kind of, it's better you even get people who know you that can borrow you the money without all this paperwork and all of that. Don't take loans that will put you on the chase, that will make it impossible for you to get good teachers. Many people, because they have taken a loan, they can't pay their teachers well. And I tell you something, if you don't pay teachers good money, forget it. Your school will not grow. So I'm saying the loans that you must pay back within a year, avoid that. They are generally not good enough for school business. More still, if it's not a loan, the pressure is less. But even if it's a loan, you will surely pay back if you apply our principles. I'm going to show you a few principles to apply. School business is good business. if you get the right companion, if you have the right coach, if you have the right mentor, or you have the right consultant. I'm not saying we are all of these, but by the grace of God, we are what God has made us to be in the last 4 years. So let us continue the class. So the next point I want to share in the next 5 minutes, please don't go away. I'm going to show you something before we continue in this class. There was this Montessori training that we advertised look at that Montessori training. There was that Montessori training that we advertised a few weeks ago. That Montessori training that we advertised a few weeks ago, this is it. This was that class. We advertised it a few weeks ago. And what is happening is that the training is happening on the 19th of, how do I put it now? On the 19th of April. The 19th of April is when the training is going to happen. It's a 5-day Montessori training, and it's we had a free class. Okay, yeah. Yeah, all right. I have a message here. Microfinance bank is also good, but take loans that will not cost your neck. I'm not saying microfinance bank is not good, but the problem with microfinance bank loan is that the tenure is always short. You have 3 months, if you can take a good loan that has more than 1 year tenure, it will be good for you. But more of that is coming in the paid session. That's a good thing. Let me go back to this little advert I'm trying to give you. The Jolly Edu Growth Network, powered by the facilitator in that class was Mrs. Tolulokwe Yama. You remember that class? She took us through the principles of Montessori and how you can grow your school. Please, I'd like you to pick your phone now and put a call across to Mrs. Tolulokwe Yama. This is Mrs. Tolulokwe's phone number. Look at it. Mrs. Tolulokwe's phone number is 080-23302-705. It's on your screen. Please, the training is coming up. She has wonderful discounts for those who will call now. Yeah, the training is starting on the 19th to 23rd. It's 5 days, and it's just 50,000 naira if you pay before the 19th. I think you got that point. All right, let us continue in our class. I know you are still waiting, and this is how to start a new school or annex and a profitable school. I was telling you in the last class, I said, we will show you things that made people suffer in their school business for 7 years. You will have gained 7 years of struggle if you attend our training. Please, how do you register? Somebody is saying, how do you register? Very, very simple. Just check up your screen right now. The account number to pay to is there. You can screenshot this and just make payment. The moment you make payment, you book a slot in the class. How to start a new school or annex that will be profitable and that will be less stressful, no struggles. All right, now let me continue in the class. I've got one more point to go. Look at it. Let me go back to my slide so that you see my slide. I got one more point to go. Look at that point. So the question here is, where do I get money to start? I now answer, don't start without expert advice. Somebody is saying, must we pay you to learn how to start a school? You don't have to pay us, but you go and pay somebody else or maybe seek advice from somebody. Excuse me, school business is too complex for you to start without learning about it. Somebody says 2 classes actually. Very impactful Montessori training. That was that. All right. Okay, so please, let me answer this question in the next 1 minute. But before I answer this question, I'd like you to see another offer that we have again before the end of this class. So let us go to this offer.
Every Everyone knows that on SOF we have 3 textbooks, and these are the books written by David Adeniji, convener of the School Owners Forum. Talking about the 4-legged school growth strategy. That is the best book when it comes to school growth. Talking about thrive, how to thrive with your school business in this new era, especially after the pandemic. A whole new era came to school business and you need to learn it. Thrive is a book to read. And then talking about the indispensable teacher, there is no other book that helps you manage teachers more than that. Even teachers actually are the ones who need this book too. So you need the book as a school owner. The teachers also need the book. Just order these 3 copies. There's a combo package that is very cheap. That is the price there. You will see it, and then we're going to ship the books to you. The 4-legged school growth strategy, the indispensable teacher, and thrive. Get those books today. Many of us use school management.
All right, so let us go very quickly back to conclude our class. Now, let me show you what you will get in this paid session. Look at it. In the paid session, you are going to get the following. All right, now let me show you the curriculum of our course, How to Start a Profitable School, or Annex. All right, so this is what you are going to get. Don't go away. All right, look at it. Okay, so in that paid section, showing you, yeah, this is it. This is it. All right, this is it. Okay, I'm going to be showing you how to choose your facility or rented. Is it rented or owned? Now, I'm going to be showing you how to choose the right curriculum, how to get your startup budget and maximize its spending, how to register your school with CAC and even with the government. We'll introduce that. How to choose startup marketing and growth model, how to recruit just the right staff you need, how to run a school free of debtors. I didn't put that, free of debtors. How to get affordable yet competent teachers. So you see that you cannot afford to miss this class. I'm going to meet you in the next paid class. The paid class is starting now. People are waiting in the other room, and I'm going to join them. So once again, how do you register? This is how to register. Just make your payment and we book you a slot. This is the account number to pay to. That is the phone number to call. You can hit us on WhatsApp and we will get you everything. Somebody say, kindly share with us, please. So that is it. We are sharing it. Just pick it, screenshot that screen, and we continue. Thank you very much for joining the class. I really appreciate you. This is the School Owners Forum, Nigeria's largest training network of school owners, of teachers, of admins, and education stockholders. And I'm David Adeniji, by the grace of God, convener of the School Owners Forum. So I'm going to meet you in the next paid session. But before we get there, take a look again at an excerpt in LACE, Leadership Attitude Skills and Ethics Training for Teachers. Take a look at it.
So that's what I'm saying. So yesterday you may not have been a teacher. Tomorrow you may not even be a teacher. But now you are a teacher. So who are you? When people ask me, who are you? I answer, say, well, who you are is not what you are doing now. Who you are is what you are going to be if you make the best use of what you are doing now. If you are finding it difficult to give your all, to put in your best in what you are doing, thinking, well, this is not my major field, I'm just passing here, this is not where I'm, well, it's just for a while, you are wasting time. If you have spent 1 year or 2 years or maybe even 6 months in that place of work, that school, you have not given your all, you have not given your best for one reason or the other, maybe because you think you are not being paid well, or because you think, well, this is not where I'm supposed to be, or because you think, well, I'm going to soon get something better. See, you are wasting your time. Remember that if you give your all, if you give your best in what you are doing, you are not doing the school a favor. You are the first beneficiary of a better you. So it is not the school that you are doing a favor primarily. It's secondly, it is you. You see, this joy, this fulfillment that comes with giving your best in anything you are doing is what you deserve it. You deserve to have that fulfillment, that joy that yes, while I was there, I gave my all. Everyone knows that on SOF we have 3 textbooks, and these are the books written by David Adeniji, convener of the School Owners Forum. Talking about the 4-legged school growth strategy. That is the best book when it comes to school growth. Talking about thrive, how to thrive with your school business in this new era, especially after the pandemic. A whole new era came to school business and you need to learn it. Thrive is a book to read. And then talking about the indispensable teacher. No, there is no other book that helps you manage teachers more than that. Even teachers actually are the ones who need this book too. So you need the book as a school owner. The teachers also need the book. Just order these 3 copies. There's a combo package that is very cheap. That is the price there. You will see it, and then we're going to ship the books to you. The 4-legged school growth strategy, the indispensable teacher, and thrive. Get those books today. Many of us use school management software that limit us in one way or the other, because they have not been upgraded to meet present global trends. Now you need to switch to Thinkalai. Thinkalai is Nigeria's largest school management software. Switch to Thinkalai. It won't take you more than hours. We will do the switch for you. So it manages all your operations, admissions, exams, timetables, e-learning, online classes. Just name it. Bulk SMS. Everything is in it. Online exams, CBT. So switch to Thinkalai school management software today. So you can go to thinkalai.net. That is thinkalai.net. Go there and check the features. Hello, school owner. You need a social media and web assistant, someone who will design flyers, beautiful flyers, twice every week, manage your website, and make sure that the beautiful things that happen in your school on daily basis well presented to an online audience, both your parents and even prospective parents who are not in your school. Every day in the life of a school is an event, is a story that can be packaged and told to the world. Unfortunately, many of us pay hundreds of thousands of naira, sometimes millions, as salaries, but we don't have anybody managing our image online. He will design 2 flyers per week, post those articles on your social media handles, also post them on your website, and follow up on your pages, comments, and all of that. Before you know it, you begin to get calls. Don't limit yourself to your physical environment. There are many people out there looking for your kind of school, but they are not seeing it because they are Googling it online, they are going on social media, they are not seeing you. So you need a social media assistant and a web assistant.
Alright, so these tablets are moving very fast. As you can see, this order is going right there. It's been shipped out to Abuja. So if I were you, I'm going to order from mine now. This is the Thinkalai Android tablets. It runs perfectly, runs all application, Zoom, Thinkalai, Google Classroom, Edmodo, name it. It's a widescreen, and the catch here is it comes with a keyboard, so your child is able to auto type with it, unlike other tablets. So this is very smart. It comes in 64 gig and 4 gig RAM. There's also 3 gig, 2 gig RAM. There's always a specification for you. Get yours now.